Hey, so my name's Aadivya Raushan and I'm a CS major at UIC, a freshman by the way. So Naina and I are building Clara to solve a problem that we face a lot in our own classes, which is the problem of trying to write usable lecture notes without sacrificing understanding. When we're in lectures, generally speaking, there's an unavoidable trade-off between trying to understand what the professor is saying and writing down everything that they say. If you write too few details, then you're kind of screwed. And if you attempt to write too many details and end up writing confusing bullet points, you're also screwed. And in both situations, your notes become unusable when studying for exams in the end. Most note taking tools don't really fix that core issue at all. They tend to fall into two categories. Either one, they're a better way to organize notes, or second, they're a way to transcribe recordings and get AI generated summaries of them. For example, something like Otter AI. Neither of those categories really help you balance speed and comprehension in real time in the way that we really would want. That gap is why we decided to build Clara, an AI, an intelligent assistant designed specifically for real time lecture note taking. Here's what the main interface of the app looks like. It's basically a simple what you see is what you get editor. You can add notes, delete them. There's a folder system where you can organize notes, and yeah, the main editor looks like a simple word ish kind of editor where you can add formatting, and then yeah, the four super useful features here for real-time note taking are autocomplete, suggestion, note feedback, and asking Clara about notes. We'll get to those later, but for now let's focus on autocomplete mode. So autocomplete mode is a mode of note taking where you can see the voice transcription of the lecture as gray inline text at your cursor position that you can also write over. This provides the flexibility of typing your own notes while also allowing you to capture the lecture verbatim, which is the best of both worlds. Let's demonstrate this by assuming that I'm a professor talking about, I don't know, partial derivatives, right? So I start recording and I'll act like I'm talking about partial derivatives like I'm a professor. So partial derivatives are functions that model the rate of change of the output of a multivariable function with respect to one particular input while keeping the other inputs to that function constant. That was a lot, right? What I essentially just did was I hit the tab key to autocomplete the transcript, and as you can see, it's literally keeping track of my transcript as I keep saying things. So this would realistically help a student avoid falling behind while someone says something. We're talking about session mode. Session mode is like a smarter but slower version of autocomplete. So session mode works by detecting pauses in what the users typed and then using AI to intelligently complete their thoughts based on what they've already typed and the transcribed audio. So, unlike autocomplete mode, which shows just the raw transcript, session mode waits for the AI to process and select contextually aware and more intelligent completions. As you can see, even right now, as I speak this out, it's coming up with much more like sensible and well formatted completions while trying to transcribe exactly what I'm saying out loud because I'm recording right now. So, um, yeah, as you can see, it's like fairly intelligent, which is it can be used for a certain type of person who is in these classes. Now let's talk about the next feature, which is Ask Clara. Ask Clara is a critical thinking AI system that helps you explore and synthesize your notes. It uses retrieval augmented generation, or basically RAG, to search through your entire note collection, but it goes beyond general normal RAG, which just does simple Q&A and direct fact recall, to actively identify connections, contradictions, and patterns across your notes by surfacing insights you might not have noticed without these questions being asked and without asking the AI directly. Also, there's a chat history and a citation system to make sure that there's exact quotes and links for every single claim made by the AI so that you can like refer back to your notes for every single question that you might ask. And let's just test this out by asking it a very simple question. Let's say, why is the proof mindset important? By proof mindset, I mean like you study this in discrete structures, how you think by proofs. So he came up with a very good, deliberate, like precise, detailed answer. And then there's citations for every single idea mentioned here from multiple files, and it synthesizes the information from all those files. Which at least we'll be discussing the note feedback feature. Note feedback is basically an AI powered critique tool that reviews your notes for precision and correctness, particularly for three types of issues: first, missing information; second, inaccurate information; and third, a lack of specificity. Yes, here you go. It highlights all the parts that are wrong and tells you what's wrong and how to like fix it, right? Here you can choose to replace or add after highlighted text, and yeah, it fixes the issue. Like quite literally makes it more like specific, which really can be helpful, especially when you go reviewing notes in class and you realize, oh, I understood probably in class. So